Hello and welcome back to Adorabuild. My name is Ruth and my little dog is called Pucky. Today I have Rosie and Hector joining me once again for our festive custom Lego builds. So as you can see here, this is the Christmas tree that we created in part 1, and you can see here that I have laid down some train track. And in case you didn't notice the title card, we will be building a festive toy train today. So let's get started. So to start off with, we have a 4x6 white plate, and then we add some black pieces to that. I've got a 2x4 and a 2x2 black plate, which we add to the bottom. We then add a 2x4 grey plate, along with a 1x2 grey plate, and we also add a 1x2 modified plate with the little ball joint. We then have 3 wheels in order to create the base. We then add in another 1x2, then a tile and a modified tile, and then we add in some extra plates to the front. We add some bricks for stability in the middle. We then add in a 1x6 on each side, followed by a 1x2 brick and a 1x1 brick on both sides as well. We then add in a couple of modified bricks to the front. We then pop in a couple of 1x2 bricks in the centre as well, and then we use a 1x4 plate alongside some curved brick, and we repeat those steps on the other side, so the plate and the 3 curved bricks. Next up we add in a 2x2 modified tile alongside a 1x2 tile as well, and then we use one of those grill pieces on the front. We then add in a couple of 2x3 windows on either side. And then I'm just creating some supports by using some 1x1 bricks and some 1x1 round bricks. I've used the dark purple and the lavender for these. Next up we create the roof by adding in a 1x4 arch, and then a couple of 1x2 bricks in order to make it tall enough, a 2x4 plate and a 1x4 plate. Next up we used a slope piece with a 1x2 plate inserted into the middle, and then on top a modified 2x2 tile. Next is a dome brick, and then we also add in some smoke for the front of our train. So there we have the toy train engine, and now all we need is someone to drive that train. So please welcome Kaz from Blockhead UK to my city as my wonderful train driver. So of course we now need to build the carriages to go behind the toy train. So we've just got a 4x4 white plate. We then use a 2x4 black plate, and we just add that to the centre of the plate underneath. We then take a modified plate, a 1x2, a modified 2x2, so that then we have this configuration. On top of that we place the wheels, and there is our train carriage. So all we need to do now with the carriage is to decorate it in order to fit on one of these ornaments. So there we have our first carriage, which is all ready for Andrea's guitar. So we just get to place that on the back of the carriage, and then we connect the two together. So let's make some more carriages for the other part 1 ornaments. So there's our next carriage piece for the fireplace, for Emma's camera, for the lantern, and for Stephanie's trophy. Let's move on to the next section of the advent calendar. So here we are opening door number 13, and this is our wonderful Christmas wreath. I actually really like the design of this using the new leaf pieces and a few of the new red flowers as well. It is simple but hugely effective, and I thought that it was great to be able to hang on my Christmas tree. Next up we have our festive piano. So again, nothing new with the piano design. It is something that we have seen before. It also has some amazing little details as well, and I just thought that it would be great to include that on my train. Next up we have this strange little chocolate box, which also doubles up as a noughts and crosses board, I think. It is a bit of an unusual design. I'm not too sure what to do with it, so I thought I would just simply display it under my Christmas tree. We then move on to the Christmas pudding. I really liked the design for this. I thought that it was a really smart way of getting that sort of truncated round shape, and I thought that it was just an amazing design. So I'm adding this to my toy train as well. We then move on to Mia's roller skate. So again, this is sort of like one of those builds that's oversized, but again, the colours are cool and it's nice to have a little bit of blue and orange on the train as well. Now we're moving on to this little build. I'm assuming that this is some sort of gingerbread house or candy house, and I thought that it was a really sort of simple little design and thought that it would look good displayed under my Christmas tree as well. Next up we have our fantastic little gingerbread man, and again I really liked this design. I thought that it was really cute and it was quite clever. I loved his little brown and white legs as well and just thought that he looked super festive. So I'm adding him to my tree and you can see a better image here. We are now up to day 20 and this is the beautiful snowflake. Again, a really simple design using the white leaf pieces, but adding in those trans blue pieces just gave it a whole new look. And I thought that this would be a really nice addition to the top of my Christmas tree instead of a star. Next up we have a couple of little Christmas parcels. So again, quite a simple build, but using the purple and the pink colours are really effective. I really like them. Obviously they're on my logo, but they're also really popular Friends colours as well. And I thought that it would be cute for me and Rosie to be able to hand each other a couple of presents. We then move on to Olivia's microscope. And this is probably one of the most complex builds that we received in this advent calendar. So there were quite a range of pieces, and of course they are in Olivia's colours. And again, I thought that the pink and the pale yellow colours were quite unusual for Christmas. So I've added the microscope to my toy train. We then move on to day 23, which is a little Christmas tree, which we usually receive in an advent calendar. And again, Lego has just used those slope pieces, and I thought that this piece would be fantastic to add to the last carriage on my festive toy train. And for day 24, which is today, we now move on to our miniature toy train, which was the inspiration for my build today. I tried to replicate the colours and the feel for my approximation of a larger toy train in this build. So hopefully you will be able to see that they kind of match. And this is being displayed underneath the tree as well. Once again, I'd really like to thank you all for watching. I truly appreciate your support. If you have enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up, and also feel free to subscribe if you don't want to miss out on any future videos. My next video should be coming out on the 31st. I'd also really like to wish you all the very best for the festive season, and may your holidays be filled with love and laughter. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.